Okay, hello again guys. Today we are going to make a cool little Chillstep dubstep bass. The only third-party VST I used was CamelCrusher. You can download it for free and I highly recommend it. Other than that, the sound is made only by using stock FL Studio plugins. And this is the sound we are going to make. The bass sound. Pretty cool. Yeah, let's begin with the tutorial. Okay, so the main sound of the bass comes from Citrus, and on Citrus we are going to choose the default preset. It should sound something like this. Yeah, and then there's two other layers, one 3x OSC, which is kinda a support layer for the main sound, and sub layer with another 3x OSC. But the main sound comes from Citrus, and I'm not going to go too deep on this plugin. You can check out tutorials online, but this is what we are going to make. Over here we can modulate the operator 1 with operator 2, and this varies the amount of modulation. So now it's all the way up. And here we can choose the waveforms. It doesn't really matter which waveforms you use for this: square, pulse, triangle, but something other than sine wave. And then go here and we can move our keyboard by right clicking on C7 or C6. And let's choose C8. And now let's go to operator 2 and to oscillator tab, and then we see this thing over here, and we can add harmonics to our sound. Sounds pretty cool. Let's add another modulator to our sound. And it doesn't really matter if the settings aren't exactly like mine, because you can try out different things and the sound will sound quite much same, but you can find some interesting flavors to your sound. Okay, now we are going to route this to my bass mixer channel and to L1. You can make 2 layers, layer 1 and 2, and route them to bass, bass. And this is now routed to layer 1, and the second layer we go to layer 2, 3S OSC, and this will go to sub layer. It will not be modified by the things we apply on this bass. Now the Citrus is routed to L1. We are going to parametric EQ, presets, and choose this one to kind of filter out some of the highs and some of the unnecessary lows. Then we are going to add a CamelCrusher, and I have included the links down below in the description. It should sound something like this. I use the Annihilate patch. There's also other ones, and you can try out different things with that. Then we will add vocodecs, and this all goes, by the way, to layer 1, not on the bass but layer 1, so only the citrus will be affected. We are going to raise the wet all the way up and sound goodizer all the way up, modifier to 0, and this almost down. Take these off, and these all the way down. One order, and then about 30. Over here we take out this and put that around 2 o'clock. Okay, and with this you can kinda modulate the tone. And then we will go to band distribution. And raise it up a little bit. And then we will add another CamelCrusher with American Crunch. Doesn't really matter, just some distortion. You can also use FL stock plugins if you want. Just add some basic distortion on that. Okay. And then we will add EQ. And take out the low frequencies out of this at around 80 Hz. And then we will add a low pass, and that will also be our filter for this sound. Okay, for now let's go to 3-axis. We take voices out from these two and lower these to 0, and then we will go to over here and right click C6. And here we can choose different waveforms, and I will choose these two. Raise up the volume on this one. Oops. Okay, and let's put this second layer all the way to mono, so it's right in the middle of the stereo field. Okay, and then there's the sub. take out the oscillator 2 and 3 and lower this to 0, and then I think C7 is good, or maybe C6. C6 is better. And that has been low passed. Again, as I have said before, you can choose different waveforms for this sub. I'll go with square. Okay, now we'll add layer. And what this will do, it will allow us to play all these 3 instruments with same keyboard. So we right click over here to choose these, and then we will set children, and now when we play on the layer, all these will play. Let's lower the sub volume to around 20, minus 20 decibel. And we can also take the low frequencies out of layer 2. High pass, and around 80 again. And let's also take some of the high end away. So it only has mid frequencies. Yeah, it makes the sound fuller. And let's go over here where we made this filter. We are not actually going to use it. We have to create one for the bass, so it actually affects both of these. But now on the bass bus, we will add parametric EQ and take out the low end. 80 Hz. And some of the high frequencies, we don't need those. Okay, and now we will add another CamelCrusher with British Clean. And compressor. And let's actually move this compressor up, so it's before CamelCrusher. And let's do slight compression with -12 and 2.0 ratio. Yeah, that sounds good. What else? Then we can add another EQ. Make sure there's no low bass. And depending on if you want high frequencies on your bass sound or not, you can take them away with this. I'm just going to leave it around 10k Hz. And then let's lay down the notes. And by holding the left mouse button, you can do slides. And I'm going to just do a quick showcase on the chords. And as I said, this bass can be also used to house or electro. I used this one on my Chillstep tracks. It's really great sound. Has some Blackmill-ish qualities, maybe. Okay. Over here we are going to right click here and choose these two patterns. And then we are going to add parametric EQ. And this is going to be our filter. Let's choose low pass. And I like to do a small peak somewhere in the middle. You don't have to. And we will now automate this cutoff like this and do a fast automation. As you can hear, it already has that wobble bass sound. And I will do fast automation now. And Control B is copy paste next. Oops. Control B. And if you want to do those classical wobbles, you just make these little bit more rounder, if it's worth. More softer, you could say. Yes. Okay. And then we are going to add another EQ. And we will make this kind of dip by scrolling over this. And we are going to automate it. And I'm going to do pretty random automation on this, but you can spend a little bit more time on it and make it, you know, sound somewhat decent. And Control D is actually key to take away the selection. This will create kind of interesting effect on the bass, some movement. And then we are going to add a fruity flangus with default preset and take it all the way to 0, the drive it, create automation clip. And what we are going to do now, we can just draw again the automation, and as you can hear, it sounds pretty cool. And if you don't want this effect, just leave the flanger out. Some people like it, some not. Yeah. On the preview it was done a little bit better, but you get the idea. And actually let's move this up so the filter over here effects to flanger also. You can leave it over here if you want to, but I prefer it this way. And what we can do also, if we want to, we can modulate the sub so it follows this filter. We just copy this first, the main filter, save preset as, and hold it and drag it over the sub base. And now we are going to click here and link to controller, and we are going to choose the first one, which is the corresponding modulator over here, and that should sound something like this. And that's pretty much it for the sound. If you want to modulate it, make it a little bit different, you can tweak these knobs. And also here you can alter the bandwidth. And if you're interested more in this kind of basses, I recommend you check Seamless R, or Seamless these days, on YouTube. He makes really cool bass tutorials, mainly on FL Studio, but you can also copy the methods and follow with your own DAW. And then we can also alter these CamelCrushers and sound over here by and we can add some harmonics. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more tutorials. And if you like, you can check out my music on SoundCloud and on YouTube. Thanks for watching. See you next time.